And good afternoon to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, streaming live on YouTube and also on Mixlr.com. Jack and Charlie Hull with you here this afternoon from the Macomb Western Holiday Boys Basketball Tournament. Western Hall and Leroy A. Ufkus Court for this final consolation quarterfinal contest as the 5-7 Liberty Eagles take on the 12-2 Lewistown Indians. Both teams following in their opening round games yesterday. Lewistown just their second loss of the season as they and Camp Point Central battled in the late night game last night, a game you were able to watch and listen to here on Central Illinois Sports. And so they're trying to bounce back today and show that they're a little bit better team than that. Liberty was a team that had an 11-point lead in the third quarter on Farmington in their game and then fell by double digits. So both teams looking to rebound in the contest here today and move on and play on Saturday. The winner of the game will play on Saturday morning at 10:30 at Brophy Hall, just across the street here from Western Hall. And they will play the host team, the Macomb Bombers, who just picked up a win over the Illini West Chargers. First win of the season for Macomb, Jack, and it's not very often you see a Macomb Bomber squad this late into the season picking up that first win.
No, and they won it by, almost 30 points over Illini West and really played very well. Better as the year goes along, but it's tough to play 3A, and maybe they can recover and get some good things to happen in this tournament for the Macomb Bombers. You take a look at Liberty, they're going to be without Joe Owens as he hurt that knee yesterday, and he won't be back for a while, his coach says. But they've got a tough chore in this Lewiston squad who got held to 31 points by Camp Point Central, and Lewiston has not been used to being held to 31, but, the Panthers held West Hancock, the number 1 seed, to 31 points just 10 days ago.
Yeah, and really, if you look at Lewiston, they don't have a ton of scorers. They have a really good scorer in Beekman, who shot the ball quite a bit yesterday, did not get a lot of long shots to fall. But outside of him, we really didn't see anybody who was very aggressive on the offensive end of the court. For Liberty, they keep throwing a lot of different bodies out there. And you've just kind of, if you're playing against the Eagles, have to sustain that wave of new players every time they come in and try to figure out who's hot and who's where and know who you're guarding. It kind of makes it tough to match up, a tough team to scout for sure, is this Liberty Eagles squad. They don't have a ton of size, really, neither does Lewiston. Their biggest player is Beekman, who's 6'3", but he plays out front, as does Nick Pollett, who plays more of a guard spot than a forward. And then the big men, put that in quotes for Lewiston, are Clear and Michaelick, and they're both 6'1" and 6'3". So Liberty, while being undersized, not too terribly bad here today.
I was talking to Greg Altmix before the game as I got his starting lineup, and it'll be a little bit different today. And he said, you can't really yell too much because he said I start a lot of young guys, and we got 11 freshmen out for basketball and stuff. And I put my arm around him, and I said, well, Coach Altmix, the way you can look at it is, if you wanted to, you could have the best JV team in the country right now because you're playing a lot of them on the varsity. But they need to continue to grow up because you don't want to continue to get in a phase where you continue to lose. They're probably not ever going to be a bunch of really big kids other than maybe the Robbins kid and a couple others. So they're going to have to learn to be a little bit more physical because this game is a very physical game these days.
Liberty does not have a senior on the team, as we've talked about in just about every broadcast we've had for them this season, but they have several kids, and Obert and Nyson. Owens, of course, is out with an injury. Hedrick, Klingel, that's Knowlton Klingel, of course, a sophomore. Those guys have seen a lot of varsity time in just a short amount of time in their varsity careers, so they're the leaders for this squad, and they need them to kind of step up and have a little more consistency. And I think that's something Liberty's looking for. Is you'll see spurts where for 3 or 4 minutes at a time they'll play really well, and then you'll see 3 or 4 minutes where they look like a very young team. Got to find some more consistency on the positive side for this Liberty group.
I really thought Ryan Hedrick grew up a lot yesterday. He really looked good out there, double digits in rebounds and scoring, and he went right after some of the big guys. He's probably one of the more improved people that they've had. When he played last year, he was probably a little softer, but now he has to take the place of anybody that they had in the past that would be in the middle. And so he's got to work. He's got a job to do. Obert won't be in the starting lineup, and I kind of wonder if coach is kind of pulling him out, not starting him, because he seems to get in foul trouble fairly early in most games.
He has gotten in foul trouble quite a bit in the games we've seen Liberty play this year, but he's an integral part to this team for sure. It's interesting when you take a look at Liberty, a lot of their success yesterday against Farmington in the first 2 quarters came by penetrating, getting the ball to the rim. And You know, usually at that point when a team shuts it down, it opens up some shots on the outside, but Liberty just not a lot of shooters really for this squad.
They don't have a lot of three-point shooters. I'm amazed. Nyson probably their best, and he hasn't had the hot hand quite yet.
Just about ready to take a look at the starting lineups. Lewiston will be the visiting team here this afternoon. Again, the winner of this game will come back on Saturday at 10:30 in the morning and take on Macomb. Lewiston's head coach is Clay Hatfield. They're 12-2 on the season. He's assisted by Scott Hammond, Chance Simpson, Taylor Schubert, and Nate Adkins, and their lineup looks like this. At a guard, a 6'3 senior, Cade Beekman. At another guard, the 5'10 senior, Zach Severance. And at the third guard is a 6'3 senior, Nick Pullett. At a forward, he's a 5'10 junior, Cruz Chastain. And at the other forward, the 6'1 junior, Kennedy Clear. Clear, Chastain, Pullett, Severance, and Beekman for the Lewiston Indians. For the Liberty Eagles, Greg Altmix, their head coach, assisted by Jordan Altmix and Alex Altmix. They are 5-7 on the year. Their lineup today looks like this. At a guard, a 6'2 junior, Jordan Nyson. Starting at another guard spot is the 5'6 junior, Tanner Hessling. And at the third guard is the 6-foot freshman, Brighton Klingel. Out of forward, he's a 6-foot sophomore, Knowlton Klingel. And at the other forward is the 6-foot sophomore, Ryan Hedrick. Hedrick, Knowlton, and Brighton Klingel. Hessling and Nyson for the Liberty Eagles.
Well, Lewiston in their blue uniforms, kind of a light blue with a red and white trim. Kind of a good-looking outfit. It kind of reminds you of Triopia just a little bit, but Triopia goes with a dark blue instead of the red. And the Liberty squad, of course, in the red and white with a little bit of black trim on them. And Greg Altmix, who's been there now for, about 5-6 years and has made a trip to the state tournament. Finished third up there a few years ago. We remember him when he coached over in Highland and around the area, and does a nice job. Coach Hatfield, the son of Brad Hatfield, who was a longtime coach. It's time to play basketball. Charlie's here to tell you about it.
The tip is up and controlled by Lewiston as Chastain has the basketball into the front court, works it off to Beekman near the sideline. Beekman kind of runs the show for this Lewiston squad, and he looks to set things up on their first offensive attack. Down low, they work it into Pullett. Back outside left side, Severance, a three-ball on the way. Bounces off the rim, no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Nyson, and it will stay with Lewiston underneath.
Liberty on the rebounding side is more of a grabbing type team than they are somebody that just rips the ball down.
Inbounds pass comes into Clear, looks across the lane. That's to Pullett. Going to try to use his size to his advantage, and does. Nick Pullett with his first two of the game, and Lewiston on top with an early 2-0 advantage on the Trash Queen scoreboard. 7:27 to play in the first.
That's why I think he got to start, because it adds some more size and kind of bothers Liberty a little bit more.
Here's Klingel on a drive in. Shot put up no good. Rebound pulled down by Severance on the defensive boards. He'll push it into the front court as he'll play the point. Works inside. Got caught with an extra step. No, a foul instead on the reach against one of the Eagles.
Thought maybe they might have tied him up there on the jump ball with the quick hands, but apparently not. And that's going to be a foul on Hessling. Is that who it is? Tanner Hessling's going to pick up the first foul of the ball game.
Inbounds pass to Beekman, draws Hessling. Might want to try to post him up if you're Beekman. At the free throw line to Pullett. He'll put up a shot with the left hand good, and a 4-0 advantage for Lewiston a minute into this game. Nyson into the front court for Liberty. Works it out front to Klingel. Now on the left wing, Hedrick. Out to Brighton Klingel. Drives inside to Hessling left side. Going to fire the three ball up, no good. Pullett has the board for Lewiston. Off to Beekman, who wants to push into the front court. 6:39 to play in the first. Lewiston a 4-0 lead in the basketball. Beekman, dribble drive inside, shot up, no good. Rebound down to Hedrick for Liberty. Quickly into the front court come the Eagles as Nyson wants to attack the rack. Shot put up is no good, but he's called for an offensive foul.
First turnover of the ball game. Foul on Nyson, his first, team's second. I don't know. Just that offensive foul call was just a hard one to know which way is the right way. I wish they had the half circle, I know, in the paint to make the things easier for the referees.
Clear with the ball. Right wing over to Chastain. Back out front to Severance. He tried to get it again to Clear at the free throw line. Ball loose on the court, tied up, and it will be stolen away by Liberty, and then a foul called on Chastain.
Turnover against Lewiston. Chastain will pick up the foul, his first of the ball game. First on Lewiston, Liberty basketball. 6:10 left first quarter, a 4-0 lead for the Indians of Lewiston.
The Eagles trying to get on the board here for the first time today. Brighton Klingel, free throw line to Hessling. He'll throw a pass that's tipped and stolen away by Beekman. Off to Severance, wants to push the tempo into the front court. 5:50 to play in the first. Severance now slows it down. Liberty sets up in the zone defense. Right side, three-point shot on the way by Chastain, no good. Weak side rebound to Knowlton Klingel. He wants to push it into the front court for Liberty. Doesn't have the numbers, pulls it out to Hessling. To Nyson, right wing. Nyson surveys the floor, out to Hessling.
Used to be Nyson to get the ball there. He just nailed a three.
Now as Klingel tries to go cut across the middle, he's stopped there. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover on Liberty is their third of the day.
If it was football, it would be defensive holding on that play.
Hessling down. Obert into the game for Liberty. 5:20 to play in the first. Lewiston a 4-0 lead and the basketball. Severance brings it across with a right-hand bounce. Hands it to Chastain, right back to Severance. Deep into the corner it goes to Beekman. Beekman trying to get away from a double team to Severance. Penetrates, kick out left side Chastain. Quick ball movement down to Clear. Top of the key Severance. Fakes the three, attacks down low. Good pass down to Clear, who lays it up and in for two. And Lewiston a 6-0 advantage as they keep building on this lead. Liberty pushes it quickly into the front court. Knowlton Klingel spins away from the defender. Works out front to Hedrick. Hedrick a single bounce, hands it to Klingel to set up the offensive play here for Liberty. Ball tipped out of bounds. Severance was aggressive in the passing lane. He tipped it away. Out of bounds for the Eagles on the sideline in the front court.
That time Klingel was just a little soft with the pass and it almost got swiped.
Drake Herrick into the game for Lewiston, the 5'9" sophomore, as he sat down Chastain. 4:40 to play first quarter. Klingel rises, shoots, way long, rebound loose, and Clear comes down with his first rebound of the day. To Beekman, 6-0 Lewiston, looking to build on an early advantage. Top of the key Clear, left side Severance, spot up three ball on the way, good. 9-0 advantage and a timeout for Liberty. We'll pause as well. 4:22 to play in the first quarter. It's 9-0. Lewiston leads Liberty, and we're back with you following this.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an international and local organization that provides support for our athletes and coaches in the area. Small groups called huddles meet regularly in our schools and communities to build strong relationships. Todd Sweatman is our area director for Western Illinois. Todd is a longtime educator and coach and also serves as the chaplain at McMurray College. Julie Ross, area rep, is working with Adams and Brown County schools to support coaches and athletes. Jack Hull, longtime radio broadcaster and sports official, is serving with Julie and Todd throughout the Western Illinois region. We need your support as first in prayer and also with your financial monthly support. You can help us strengthen the huddles in your schools. Contact us at westernilfca.org to find out more and get our contact information. Won't you join us in lifting Jesus Christ up in our schools, athletes, coaches, and communities? Go to westernilfca.org or email me at jhull@fca.org. Get involved in FCA for your youth today.
Well, Liberty called the timeout. They find themselves down 9-0. Less than 4 minutes into the game. Hedrick, pull-up jump shot on the baseline as we're quickly back to live action. No good. Herrick has the board for Lewiston. Pushes into the front court. Ball knocked loose from behind by Hedrick. It will remain Lewiston ball.
Good job by Hedrick that time, getting the extension as far as he could. End of the ball game. Team second. 3:59 left in the first quarter, and Liberty's being shut out 9-0 right now. Thing is, you pick the tempo up, and I think Lewiston likes that.
Knowlton Klingel out top over. Looking on the right wing to now. With the basketball. Dribble drive inside, kicks it out left wing. Three ball on the way by Herrick is good. Nice job by Beekman to find Herrick, and it's 12-0 Lewiston. Now another steal as Herrick hustled back and gets a long pass that's picked off out of the air, and then he'll just lose the ball out of bounds.
5 on one side, 3 on the Lewiston side. The other thing is when Herrick caught that ball, he took a little bunny hop, and that should be traveling before you shoot the ball, I think, most of the time. I don't know if they call it all the time, but there's a lot of guys that when they they catch the ball, take the 3, they take a little hop before they shoot the ball.
3:27 to play in the first. Nyson and the Eagles looking to get on the board. Tucks the ball into his arm. Shot up, no good. Foul, then he'll shoot 2 shots.
He'll go to the free throw line trying to get Liberty on the board. And the foul is on Herrick, I do believe. His first, team third, shooting foul. Jordan Nyson will try to get Liberty on the board. They trail 12-0, 3:24 left in the first, and he makes the first of 2. So it's a 12-1 score. Liberty finally breaks the ice. Nyson will try it again. Klingel back in, set Hedrick down. Nyson, the junior, puts the second one up, and it's also good. So it's 12-2.
3:20 to play in the first. On the Trash Queen scoreboard, Lewiston a 10-point lead and the basketball. Left side, Herrick going to fire a 3 from the same spot. This time it's an air ball, and Hessling, who's back into the game, has the rebound. He'll take it into the front court. Nobody stops the dribble. Dishes down low to Robbins, who lays it up. Shot won't go. Nyson, an offensive rebound. Put back is good. And Nyson with 4 straight points for Liberty. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Eagles trying to fight their way back into this one after falling down 12-0. Severns will set it up for Lewiston. Looks for an opening. Passes it off to Herrick. Herrick right side, Chastain. Looks for an opening. Right back out to Herrick. Trying to get the zone moving around. In the corner, Chastain. Skip pass in the middle goes to a new man into the game. That's Michael. Look left side to Beekman. Try to go back to the big man and turns it over. Turnover number 4 by Lewiston. And now somebody got poked in the eye. That was Nyson, and he might have lost a contact as well.
Adam Lee, their health and sports director, I guess is what his title is now.
They're looking to see if they can find the contact that got knocked out.
Well, they got a referee looking for it, and that didn't make any sense.
Didn't even have his glasses on or anything. It's like a hunting party down here.
Cheerleaders are looking for it. Haven't had that many people looking for something since Joe Wombles elbowed a guy and knocked his tooth down to the other end 15 years ago in this tournament. That tooth went flying a long way.
It's kind of a sight to see here.
All these guys checking. Did somebody find it?
Nyson says, no, it's still in my eye.
Well, no wonder you guys couldn't find it. He had both the alt-mix assistant coaches looking for it, and about half each team, 2 referees, and 3 cheerleaders. And a partridge in a pear tree. 12-2 in favor of Lewiston. 2:28 left first quarter. It'll be Liberty basketball, but Nyson not on the court right now.
Bringing it toward the front court is Knowlton Klingel. Out top, Hessling. Liberty down by 8, but a 4-0 run right now in play for the Eagles. Hedrick right wing. Daring him to shoot the 3 is Lewiston. He won't do so. Right side now, Hessling gets the ball. He'll put a single dribble down. Out top to Obert. Obert hands it off to Brighton. Klingel for a 3, too hard. Rebound tipped, and it is still loose. Finally, Obert grabs the board on the offensive rebound about 19 foot away. To Knowlton Klingel, drives in, left-hand layup good. Knowlton Klingel with his first 2. And it's now a 6-0 run by Liberty. 12-6 the score, 1:49 to play in the first. Clear, right wing Beekman. Beekman drives in, kicks to Chastain in the corner, fakes the 3 to Beekman, swings it around the perimeter, Severns. He'll put it on the deck a couple of times now. To Beekman, top of the key, deep 3, good. Beekman was wide open, and he knocks down that tray and makes it 15-6.
His first 3 of the day.
Hedrick wants to run the other way, beats everybody back, and scores an easy 2. And Clay Hatfield wants a timeout. We'll pause as well. 15-8 the lead for Lewiston. On top of Liberty. Back with you in 30 seconds.
Press Yours on You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours on You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonyou.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours on You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031.
1:26 to play in the first. 15-8 advantage for Lewiston. Their coach Clay Hatfield took the timeout as he wasn't happy with the way his team didn't really get back and allowed Liberty to score an easy 2. Trying to maintain some momentum is Lewiston after they led 12-0. They've been outscored 8-3. 7-point lead in the basketball for Lewiston. Severns with it. They'll dare him to shoot the 3 top of the key, and he nails it.
I wouldn't dare him too many more times. He's got 6 already.
Couple of threes, and makes it an 18-8 advantage for Lewiston, a 10-point lead.
They've led by as much as 12, of course.
Right wing Brighton Klingel. Liberty not one of those teams that wants to get down by a bunch. Here's Obert left side for 3, no good. Not that there's any team that really wants to trail by a bunch, but they're not really a team that's equipped to come back in a hurry. They're not a great 3-point shooting squad. Lewiston has the basketball, a 10-point lead, and with 32 seconds to play, they'll pull it out and hold for 1 shot. The winner gets Macomb on Saturday at 10:30. Hey, big rule change, by the way. Players can now roll the top of their shorts as long as it doesn't show a logo.
Yeah, I saw that with the Macomb kid. He spent about 20 seconds doing that before he actually went in the game after his coach told him to go in. I'd have probably told him to sit back down.
There's a blocking foul.
Klingel's going to pick up the foul. That is Knowlton Klingel's foul, his first, team 3rd. Yeah, some of those things are really important, aren't they? That guy's fixing his shorts now to fulfill the rule, I guess.
Tag was showing, might have had a logo on it. You can roll the shorts. I don't know why you want to roll the shorts.
I guess to make them shorter. I don't know.
My thing is, if the shorts are too long, quit buying them at that length, right? I mean, hello. Inbounds pass comes in left side to Herrick for Lewiston. 5 seconds left. Works it out top Severns. Pass through the hands of Chastain and out of bounds. It'll be Liberty ball length of the court to go down by 10. 2.4 ticks to play in this first quarter. It's a consolation quarterfinal. Inbounds pass comes to Obert. He'll turn a couple of dribbles. Half-court shot is short at the buzzer, and we've played 1 quarter. 18-8, the advantage for Lewiston on top of Liberty. We'll have second quarter play-by-play after this.
Your Grain Service is your progressive feed and grain resource for Western Illinois. They offer a full range of feed products for all species and many grain merchandising opportunities with locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
After 1 quarter, it's an 18-8 Lewiston lead over Liberty. Liberty 3 of 11 in the first quarter, shooting at about 27%. 7 of 12 for Lewiston. They're at about 57%. They're 4 of 8 from the 3-point line. 12 of their 18 points coming from there. And when you're shooting 50% from the 3-point line, keep shooting it. 2 for 2 from the free throw line is Nyson of Liberty, and no free throw shot by Lewiston. It will be Liberty basketball as we start the second quarter.
Nyson, Obert, Brighton, and Knowlton Klingel, and Hedrick. Here's a drive to the basket. Knowlton Klingel, he's bumped, fouled on the floor. And it'll be ball out of bounds to the Eagles after Jack tells you about the foul call here.
Long stretch by Klingel there. He really gets that good first step, and it looks like Severns picks it up. That'll be his first. Team foul number 4.
The ball knocked off of Nyson and out of bounds, and that's a turnover on Liberty.
6 on Liberty, 5 on Lewiston. The 2:30 game.
Just underway here in the second period. 18-8 is the lead right now for the Lewiston Indians. Severns with it, right side. Beekman looks deep in the corner. That's to Herrick. They've had, 3 different guys make threes?
Yep.
One of them is Beekman. He's got the ball to Severns. Severns turns down the 3. We'll pull it back out. Looks inside to Clear. He has the ball knocked and stolen away by Klingel.
6 turnovers each way.
Throws it quickly ahead to Obert. Obert will dish back out to Klingel. Spots up for a 3. It's no good. And Beekman grabs the board.
His second.
7:07 to play in the second. 18-8 the lead for Lewiston.
I've said it before with these Liberty kids. They're in the gym all the time. I'm surprised they can't shoot the three more than they can.
Here's a three, top of the key on the way by Herrick. No good. Over the back was clear, not called, but Nyson runs down the board for Liberty anyway to Knowlton Klingel into the front court. Works it out top, Nyson. Nyson will put it on the deck one time, hands it off Brighton Klingel. Brighton is a freshman. To Nyson, left side Obert. He'll fake the three, now put it on the floor. Wants to take his man off the dribble. Fakes now, forces one up and gets it to go from 10.
His first two of the game.
6:30 to play in the second. 18-10 the score.
Got to keep fighting if you're Liberty. That's your only hope.
Hold Lewiston to one shot. I don't think they're going to shoot 50% from three the entire game, and if they do, well, it was just meant to be. Here's a turnover as clears the man by about 5 feet and out of bounds.
I was going to say, keep letting him make passes. You'll catch up quickly.
6:12 to play in the half. 18-10 the lead for Lewiston. Liberty on the attack as Knowlton Klingel brings the ball up on the bounce. This game started just a tad bit early, as the last game, Macomb kind of took it to Illini West. Here's Obert, hands it off down low, needed to go up. Turnover as the ball tied up.
Update from Beardstown. Jared Hines, athletic director, tells us Pittsfield, Griggsville, Perry, Pleasant Hills girls lead 22-12 over Abington at halftime. Consolation quarterfinal.
I'm assuming it's Abington Avon there as well.
That is true.
A-Town.
And a couple others.
Peace
Lady
up.
Tornadoes. There's a lot of those.
Abington used to be the Commandos. Here's a three, top of the key, no good by Chastain. Offensive rebound, put back, Pollitt, no good, but he's fouled.
Pollitt's going to go to the free throw line to shoot a couple free throws. The first of the day for Lewiston. Referee comes over and tells the official scorers that Obert is the guilty party. His first, team fourth is what I've got. 5:39 left in the half, 18-10 in favor of Lewiston's Indians. First one up and good by Pollitt. He's got 5.
Pollitt's a good-looking athlete, isn't he?
Yeah, he got the start today. I don't think he got the start last night, did he? 19-10. He came in and played a lot. Left-hander put the second one up, and it's good. Looks like a kid that could be the quarterback on the football team, too.
Unless he's gotten granted a red shirt here because he's a senior. Here's a Hedrick pull-up jump shot, no good.
I kind of meant this year.
Quick shot by Liberty. And Lewiston's on the attack. Oh, no look pass. Beekman down to Pollitt. Pretty fine there, and it's 22-10. A 12-point lead ties the biggest of the contest right now for Lewiston.
Pollitt's got 8, leads all scorers.
5:14 to play in the half. Nyson with it on the wing right side. He has pivoted on both feet, not called for the travel. Clears it out to Klingel. Klingel drives in, just kind of throws it up toward the rim, no good. Now he's on the ground underneath. Got to get up down there. And the rebound down to Lewiston.
Pollitt got the rebound, too.
Severance to Clear. Clear drives in. Right-hand shot up. Good.
He's got 4.
And it's a 14-point Lewiston lead. Liberty needs something to try to stop this. Obert drives in. He'll make a shot. It's good. A lot of one-on-one right now, though, for Liberty.
Yeah, defense is really optional on both ends right at the moment, as you like to say.
24-12, and Liberty will have a new 5 here on the next dead ball.
Must have watched the Pittsfield game.
4:35 to play in the half. Chastain, 3. An air ball. Obert the board. Clears it off to Hedrick. Hedrick will drive into the front court. Hands it off to Knowlton Klingel. His shot is up, no good. Nice in the rebound. Put back, won't fall. Rebound this time to Clear, and he's fouled.
Clear's going to pick up his 3rd board of the day. Foul on Liberty. Coach Hatfield says, what are you doing? I think that's going to go against Klingel. Klingel picks up his 2nd. Team foul number 5. Into the game comes Ethan Mikulik. We haven't seen him before. He played a lot yesterday. In fact, he got the start. 24-12 in favor of Lewiston. They've had some good ball movement today.
Yeah, they have. Out top with it is...
But you don't have
Herrick.
Ippenson in the middle to slow that down.
That's right. Now as Beekman tries to make his way to the hoop, he's fouled on the floor. 6th team foul by Liberty.
Yeah, they're starting to build up. Is that Hessling that picks that up, or is it Brighton Klingel?
Brighton
Klingel. Klingel picks up the foul, his first, team 6th. Free throws the rest of the half for Lewiston for the final 4:01. They lead 24-12.
Bounce pass coming. Herrick will get it into Beekman. Beekman tries to drive inside. A little floater up. Blocked by Klauser, who's checked into the game. Devin Klauser, the 6'3 freshman, with the block.
Let's say he checked in 5 new ones there, so you got some new names to learn.
Yep, also JT Tenhouse is in the game. Robbins is back in, Brighton Klingel. And the fifth man is Cannon Wolf. Inbounds pass comes into Pollitt. Going to try to post up his man. Turnaround shot. Foot went out from under him. No good. And on the rebound, Michaelick called for the foul.
He had 5 yesterday. Picks up a quick one here. That'll be team 5th, his first. 3:52 left in the half. We've had a lot of game stoppages because of whistles and fouls. Long second quarter. 24-12 Lewiston. Here comes Liberty trying to cut into that.
Klingel works into Robbins. Little turnaround floater is blocked. Rebound Pollitt. He'll hand it off to Beekman. Wants to push into the front court. Looks for an opening. Little hesitation move. Drives in. Off the glass, no good. Rebound Clouser, who did a nice job to hold his ground that time. Gets the ball to Robbins, who pushes the other way. Left side, here's a long 2 on the way by Wolf. No good. Rebound down to Clouser. On the right wing, kicks it out to Tenhouse. Tenhouse backs his man in to Clouser. Clouser to Klingel. This is Brighton Klingel. Out to Clouser. Clouser stands about 6'3", kind of a broad-shouldered young man.
Boy, these squirts are coming out there running the offense.
Here's a drive into the basket by Brighton Klingel, no good. And on the rebound, coming free with it is Beekman. Beekman says, let's go, into the front court. Drives coast to coast. Shot up is good, but it won't count as he's fouled on the floor, so he'll shoot 1-1.
Beekman with the 1-1. And it looks like Tenhouse.
Yes.
Let's see if I got Tenhouse in things, though. He'll pick up a foul here. He's went a little deeper than my score sheet will go. Beekman with a 3 on the day. He was their leading scorer yesterday. Into the ball game comes Dylan Ham. Dylan's a 6'1" senior. 24-12. Beekman trying to build on that 12-point lead. 3:02 left in the half, and the free throw's no good, but the rebound comes off to Lewiston.
Kennedy clear with the board. Out top, Severns. 2:54 to play in the half. 24-12 lead for Lewiston, and the Indians are on the attack here. Top of the key, Severns. Drives in, draws the defender, gets Beekman free for a 3. It won't fall. Rebound down to Devin Clouser. He'll work it off to Brighton Klingel. Into the front court finds Wolf. Wolf to Klingel. Drives into the lane. Shot blocked. Rebound down to Beekman, another board. He'll push into the front court. Finds an open man. That's the new man into the game in Hess, who puts it up and in for 2.
Hess or Ham?
J.R. Hess. This first basket of the game. Now Liberty going to nearly turn it over, but the day is saved by Wolf, who runs it down. Out front to Tenhouse. 2:15 to play in the half. A 14-point lead for Lewiston, their largest of the day right now.
I think it's Connor's brother.
Here's a shot put up no good by Tenhouse. Rebound pulled in by, who was that?
Ham.
Ham aboard. No look pass, Clear. Left side, Severns. 3 ball, up, no good. Rebound run down by Clear.
He's got 5 rebounds.
Off the Severns. Threads the needle down low to Ham. Ham kicks it out. They work it around to Beekman for 3. Good. Good ball movement by Lewiston, and they lead 29-12.
He's got 6.
On the Trash Queen scoreboard with 1:39 to play in the half. Winner gets winner gets Macomb, and right now it looks to be Lewiston in control, and that won't help Liberty's cause as the ball hits Tenhouse, hits the referee in the head.
Looked like to me the referee could have caught that if he'd really given it a better effort.
Use your hands instead of your face. It's much easier to catch the ball.
Could have just caught it and handed it to the other team. We saw a referee keep a ball in play yesterday.
1:28 to play in the half, 29-12 advantage for Lewiston. Indians have the basketball. Wearing the light blue uniforms today is Lewiston.
Must be their good luck uniform. They're playing well.
And now an offensive foul going to be called as Beekman called for an illegal screen possibly.
His first, team 6, turnover number 8 on Lewiston. That's really the only thing they've done wrong. 29-12. They only scored 31 last night against Central.
Which was pretty good defensively.
Mid-afternoon games. That's their favorites, I guess.
Here's a kick out to Wolf left side. Going to fire the 3. Does the left-hander. No good. Rebound Clouser. He's working hard to Robbins.
3 boards.
Robbins on a pull-up shot as an air ball. And Severns grabs the rebound for Lewiston. Under a minute to play in the half. 29-12 is the advantage for the Lewistown Indians. Lewistown, tomato.
I think Lewistown's in Missouri and Lewiston's in Illinois, but others would argue that with me.
Depends on whether you live there or not, right?
Well, Did
you say it was in Missouri?
Missouri.
Right side, Beekman has the ball go a little wide. He runs it down. Works in the corner now to Severns, Beekman back to Severns.
Not far from Pleasant Hill.
27 seconds to play in the second quarter. Just shy of Detroit. Now 20 ticks to play in the half.
My vantage point of broadcasting here is kind of like looking through a fence. You know why?
Because you're looking through a fence? 10 seconds to play. Beekman out of a double team finds Severns. Drives in. Dishes left side. 3-ball up by Hess. No good. Rebound tipped and run down by Robbins. He stepped out of bounds. And so with 1.1 seconds to play in the half, Lewiston will have the ball sideline out of bounds in the front court for a chance for a quick shot here.
Yep, and they've got just the guy to take it because Beekman can stretch it out and make it happen.
Right now, if I were Kennedy Clear, I'd cut to the basket. Nobody between him and the hoop. They will lob it in, and it's stolen away by Robbins. Turnover at the buzzer by Lewiston, but they lead 29-12 over Liberty here at the halftime break as you listen and watch high school basketball on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you're with us here this afternoon from the Macomb Holiday Basketball Tournament. The Lewiston Indians with the advantage over the Liberty Eagles. A timeout here. Halftime stats come your way after this.
Farmers State Bank of Camp Point, a branch of United Community Bank, wants to be your bank. Their friendly and helpful staff enjoys working with customers to give them the best banking experience possible. They're a full-service bank offering savings, checking, CDs, IRAs, and now offering mobile banking where you can bank from your smartphone. They can handle all your borrowing needs, whether it's home, auto, commercial, or agricultural loans. Contact Farmers State Bank at 217-593-7756. We want to be your bank. Member FDIC. Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Well, welcome back on the halftime show. 29-12 in favor of Lewiston over the Liberty Eagles here. It was 18-8 after one quarter, and Lewiston spread it out to a 17-point lead, their biggest of the ball game right now. They're 11 of 25, 44%, 5 of 15. So 1 out of every 3, 33%, and 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. They've turned it over 9 times. Fouls on Beekman, Herrick, also on Severns, Pollitt, a foul on Chasteen, 1 on Mikulik, and that's all the fouls for them. On the other side, Liberty 2 on Knowlton Klingel, and a single foul on Brighton Klingel, Tanner Hessling, Jordan Nyson, and Landon Obert. We're at halftime, a 29-12 halftime lead for Lewiston over Liberty. Liberty's 5 for 25, so they're making 1 out of every 5, 20%. 0 for 6 from the three-point arc and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Led in scoring, Landon Obert with 4, Jordan Nyson with 4. Also in the ball game, 2 for Knowlton Klingel and 2 for Ryan Hedrick. Let's see, that's their only points, 12 on the day. Pollitt has 8 for Lewiston, 6 for Severns, and for Cade Beekman, a 3-pointer for Drake Hedrick, 2-pointer for J.R. Hess, and 4 points from Kennedy Clear, who also has 5 rebounds in the first half. It's 29-12 in favor of Lewiston. We'll take a break. Charlie will tell you more when we come back.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up, custom apparel, and awards.
As the year starts to come to an end and families enjoy more time indoors, Cascom realizes you need reliable internet, great television, and a reliable home phone service. So from now until the end of the year, Cascom will be offering an amazing deal on its triple play bundle services. Call today and get internet, Broadvision TV, and VoIP phone for only $99 a month for 6 full months. Call us today at 1-800-252-1799. No contracts or install fees. Some restrictions may apply.
When you're way out on the farm right in the middle of harvest, there's nobody watching. No audience, no crowd. The only bright lights beam from a combine. They're not pointing at you. All that's here is a field. It may not look like a place of glory, but there's still a winner. There's still a score. For many farmers who planted Golden Harvest seed this year, victory is about to set in. Contact Golden Harvest Seed Advisor Steve Farlow now for the seed to make every acre count. Golden Harvest and Steve Farlow are proud to help sponsor Central Panther football. Financial, we know everyone's situation is unique, and we believe that even the biggest goals start with simple steps. So when it comes to protecting the things you love and planning for the future, don't get overwhelmed. Get started today with John Hibbert, your country financial agent in Camp Point, Illinois. That's John Hibbert, your country financial agent. Call 217-593-6819. John Hibbert, Country Financial, 217-593-6819.
Welcome back on the broadcast on Central Illinois Sports. 29-12 is the lead at this halftime for Lewiston on top of Liberty on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Other games coming up later today. 5 o'clock, it'll be Jacksonville and West Hancock at 6:30. Monmouth Roseville will play Rockridge, an 8 o'clock game between Eureka and Illini Bluffs, and then a game that we will bring you on Central Illinois Sports. Camp Point Central will play Farmington at 9:30. They'll take the break tomorrow as WIU has a home game to be played here at Western Hall, and so everybody will come back Saturday who's still alive in the tournament. And at this point, 9 o'clock game will be played between Pittsfield and Abington Avon at Brophy Hall on Saturday morning. And then at 10:30, Macomb will play the winner of this game. Lewiston up by 17 right now, so things looking good for the Indians. There will also be a 9 o'clock game here at Western Hall, along with a 10:30 game. That will be for the teams that lose the afternoon session games here today, and will be falling into the 5th and 6th place bracket. The championship bracket semifinals will be at 1 and 2:30 respectively on Saturday. Then on Saturday afternoon, they'll start with a championship round, 5 o'clock consolation game, the 5th and 6th place game at 6:30, the 3rd and 4th place game at 8, and the championship game will be at 9:30 on Saturday night. This is the 73rd edition of the Macomb Western Holiday Basketball Tournament. The team that won the tournament last year, West Hancock, still in the hunt for the title. They are the 1 seed for the 2nd consecutive year. They beat Abington Avon last year, who now is in a consolation semifinal against Pittsfield. So things, as we talked about earlier, in the Pittsfield game kind of go in a cycle, and you see teams kind of have their highs and their lows, and it rotates pretty regularly here, and the teams that have the better programs seem to be at the top just more than some others. And you see West Hancock and Reno Pinkston after that win last year. Logan Dorothy was their most valuable player. Of course, he graduated, and they've just kind of reloaded, has West Hancock. Having Drake Hamill sure does help a lot if you are the West Hancock Titans. He's a junior now for them and has been starting since his freshman year, a very, very impressive player for the Titans, and they'll need him to have a big tournament if they hope to repeat as tournament champions. Here it is a 29-12 advantage for Lewiston on top of Liberty. We'll have second half play-by-play after this timeout as you listen and watch high school basketball on Central Illinois Sports.
When you or your family are feeling under the weather, you can count on Illini Express in Pittsfield. Illini Express is a walk-in clinic located on the south side of the Pittsfield Square and is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $75 is the charge and can be billed to your insurance. Children must be at least 18 months old. Illini Express open 7 to 7 Monday through Saturday and on order to get the most profitability out of your investment. No decision is more important than selecting the best seed for your fields. Jansen Seed and Service in Golden is the place to go for all your channel seed needs. Doug Jansen has over 30 years experience as an independent seed dealer. Giving him the knowledge to select the right seed for your field, contact Jansen Seed and Services today, 217-696-4658 or 430-2865.
We welcome you back on the broadcast. 29-12 the advantage at halftime here for the Lewiston Indians over the Liberty Eagles. Liberty will have the basketball to start the second half of play. They've just not been able to get much going on the offensive end, and Lewiston has been much hotter today from three-point land than they were yesterday when they lost to Camp Point Central. And you have to think a lot of that was due to the fact that Central put a little more pressure on the Indians on the perimeter, and so they were unable to get those shots off with quite as much ease as they have so far today. So Liberty really needs to close out hard here in the second half and make some shots to fight back into this one. Eagles basketball is Nyson, Hedrick, Obert, Hessling, and Knowlton Klingel are the five right now for Liberty, and they'll turn it over to start the second half of play as Nyson had it knocked away and stolen.
They're ninth of the ball game.
Into the front court clear, and he's up for an easy two.
He's got 6.
31-12, the lead for Lewiston just keeps on growing. 7:35 to play in the third. Hessling with the ball for Liberty to Knowlton Klingel. Tries to throw a pass down low. Second turnover of the half by Liberty. Greg Altmix takes the glasses off.
10 in the ball game.
Wipes some sweat from his brow and says, what are we doing right now?
Foul on Liberty. That's going to be on Obert. That'll be his first of the second half. Lady Saki's lead 38-23 with 5:30 left in the game at Beardstown, trying to live to play tomorrow at around 3 o'clock, I believe.
Inbounds pass comes into Pollitt. He'll drive in, had the ball stripped, and is traveling, is the call.
Turnover number 10 on Lewiston, first of the second half. Lady Saki's would play at 3 tomorrow at Beardstown. They can hold on.
That's still on the consolation side of the bracket. Here is Hedrick with the basketball. He's going to try a three from the top of the key, and it's good. Ryan Hedrick with the open look, and he knocks it down, makes it a 31-15 game. That's the first three-pointer of the day for Liberty, if memory serves me correctly.
1 of 7, and he's got 5 points in the day.
Down to a 16-point game. Liberty's got to string several stops together in a row, though.
Need 5 more of those.
Beekman out top Chastain, on the left side over to Severance. Severance will take it on the dribble. Really not in any particular hurry is Zach Severance.
Lewiston's won 12 games. They're no slouch.
Here's a pass to Clear. He drives in. Little runner up, no good. Rebound down to Beekman. He'll turn and force it back up and gets it to go.
He's got 8.
6:22 to play in the third. Lead back out to 18. Hessling into the front court finds Klingel. Right back to Hessling. Really, Beekman's about 6'3" and plays the guard spot out front. Nice find down low as Klingel gets it to Hedrick, who has 7 now. But Liberty just does not match up very well with a kid like Cade Beekman.
No, really didn't match up real well with Kennedy Clear either. He's kind of a solid-built young man.
He's not huge.
No, but he had trouble last night, but he's really had quite a game today.
Here's Beekman, drives in, out of control, and they'll call a foul on the floor.
Beekman got kind of bailed out there a little bit too. Is that on Klingel? His third. That's on Ryan, or on Knowlton Klingel. Can't be on Ryan Klingel because there isn't one.
Well, not that we know about anyway.
Well, not around this game.
Pollitt gets it on the inbounds. He will hand it off to Beekman. Going to fire the three. Good. Cade Beekman having a nice day, Jack.
He's got 11. He hadn't seen a shot he hadn't liked so far.
36-17. Beekman took 7 shots in the first half, was just 2 of 7. Here's a missed shot. Rebound down to Klingel. He'll drive back in. Missed it again. Gets his own board once. One more time out to Nyson. Nyson drives in. Scoop shot up. Right hand no good. And the rebound spot for. Down there to Hedrick. He's trying to get it back up. Shot no good. Lots of opportunities for Liberty, but cannot capitalize.
2 offensive rebounds and no points to show for it. They're down by 19.
Maybe even 3 that time down the court. Here's a turnover now. Ball was through the hands of Clear into the front court. Obert on the run out. Right hand layup on the left hand side of the basket is good.
He's got 6.
Timeout whistled for Lewiston. 5 minutes to play in the third. 36-19 is the lead for Lewiston on top of Liberty. Back with you after this.
Press Yours on You is celebrating 13 years as your source for school spirit wear. They can personalize varsity jackets, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, duffel bags, flags, and more. Show your school pride with a bumper sticker or window decal from Press Yours on You. Visit their online store at www.pressyoursonyou.com or visit them on Facebook. Press Yours on You, 506 West Wood on Highway 24 in Camp Point. Call 593-6031.
It is 5 minutes left, third quarter, 36-19 in favor of Lewiston. Coach Hatfield did not like the fact that his team was slow getting back, and that's really building for the new year. I mean, he realizes if they're going to have success and accomplish the things that they want to do in the second half of the season to build on this 12 wins, 13 maybe if they get this one today, they're going to have to play that defense where they hustle back each and every time. And so a good learning experience, and Coach Hatfield doing the same thing his dad would have done, and that's saying, hey, we need to do this the right way.
Inbounds pass in the backcourt to Severance. Liberty trying to pressure in some full court man defense here. Into the front court, Severance comes with the basketball, still on the dribble, works the top of the key to Clear. Beekman trying to get open on the wing right side. Nice and guarding him in the tough man-to-man. Top of the key, three-point shot straight on up and no good by Ham. Rebound on the floor and tied up. It'll stay with Lewiston.
That time, Brighton Klingel, who's just a freshman, ripped that ball away, did he not? Probably fighting with his grandma, Jeannie Krupmeyer, a lot of times has helped him with that. Wrestling
Beekman.
a few cows.
Yep. Kicks it out top now. Severance. 4:30 to play in the third. 36-19 advantage for Lewiston. Right wing Ham. He'll throw it out top to Beekman. Open for a three. It is not going to fall through. Obert fights hard for the board, and he gets it. Obert with another rebound. His, first or second of the day?
Second of the day.
Down low, Hedrick shot good. Then he's fouled, and he'll have an and one opportunity here.
Hedrick now with 9 points with the and one coming that way. Foul on Lewiston. And we see that it will be on Clear. His first. Yesterday he was in foul trouble quite a bit of the time, so he's been out there a lot longer today. 2 for 2 is Liberty. Make them 3 for 3 from the free throw line, and that's uncharacteristic of them. Double figures for Hedrick now. First man in double figures for his squad. In fact, second man in the ball game after Cade Beekman got to 11. And it's 36-22 in favor of Lewiston.
Halfway through this third quarter now.
The Trash Queen scoreboard. We thank Chris and the gang at Trash Queen. Hope you'll thank them too by giving them your business.
Left wing with the basketball is Herrick. He has the ball stripped and stolen away. Klingel into the front court. Nyson carried it.
Turnover each way. 11 on Liberty, 12 on Lewiston. Nyson had that ball just go up high. Couldn't get the hand on top of it, and so they called him for carrying the ball. It's an advantage to be able to do that because you can stop the defender. On the play he was on there, I don't know that there's any advantage other than just controlling the ball.
3:40 to play in the third. Here comes Severance into the front court. Works at free throw line, pull it. Ooh, backdoor by Beekman, up and good.
He's got 13.
38-22, 3:27 to play in the third. Here's a drive to the basket by Brighton Klingel. Penetration stop there to Hedrick, who's had the hot hand. He'll put it up and gets it to go again.
He's got 12.
And a lot of those have come here in the second half.
12 of their 24.
3:13 to play in the third. Liberty just has not consistently gotten stops, and right on cue, Severance drives, finds Pollett for a wide open layup.
And he's got 10 on the day now, and the defense for Liberty is porous, to say the least.
Here's Obert with the basketball, tries to drive in. He will dish it up, down low to Hedrick, who lays it up and in.
Give him 14 now.
40-26.
Down by 14. They just need another Hedrick, and they'd be tied.
And some stops, though. It's just been pretty easy for Lewiston on what they've wanted to do today. Beekman with it on the right wing. He'll fake right now, go left, kick it top of the key. Herrick for a three, good.
Herrick hits the three. He's got 6 on the day, and they build on that lead now to 17.
It doesn't hurt that Lewiston shot it better from downtown. What are they shooting for 3 now?
Well, they are 7 of 10, believe it or not.
That's 70%. I guess that's pretty good.
They probably ought to shoot a few more.
Here's Obert, turnaround shot, tough hanger in the lane is good.
He's got 8 now.
43-28, but if you're Liberty, can't be trading baskets back and forth, especially
when they're making threes.
Yeah, when they're making threes and you're making twos.
And if they're 7 out of 10, that means your hand's not been in their face enough.
Here is Severance with the basketball. He traveled. And not called for it. A foul instead and 2 shots.
Long couple of steps. Step and a half. That one was 2.5. I think that's on Klingel. Yep, Klingel's going to pick up his 4th. 3rd team foul the second half. 2 minutes left in the quarter. 2 for 3 from the free throw line is Lewiston. First one is up and short. That is Severance shooting, correct?
This is Severance.
Into the ball game comes Mikulik. Clears sits down. Clears had a good game. Yesterday he had a rough game. Today a good one. Second one up is no good, and the rebound comes off to Obert, his 3rd of the day.
Into the front court with the basketball. Come the Liberty Eagles. Nyson has it out front. 1:50 left, 3rd quarter. Down by 15. Obert, patient. Hands it off to Brighton Klingel. Down low to Hedrick. Hedrick going to try to spin for 2 more. Finishes with the left hand this time, and it's good.
That was a good-looking play. He's got 16.
He's having a really nice quarter. How many points for him just this quarter?
Let's see. He had 2 in the game, 14 in the quarter now.
That's pretty good. Beekman drives in right into Mikulik, who puts it up and in for 2. It's pretty difficult to come back if you cannot get stops, and Liberty has just not been able to get many. They've given up 45 points here with still 1:10 to play in the 3rd.
It's kind of like a summer basketball game where, you play a little defense, but you're just working on your offense, I guess.
Nyson with the basketball. He'll try to get away from the man. Dishes out front to Brighton Klingel. Under a minute to play here in the 3rd. Sparse crowd here. They'll have a little bigger crowds this afternoon, but really this tournament, competition-wise, is pretty down. Here's Obert going to fire a 3, no good. Ill-advised there. Rebound down to Beekman.
His 5th of the ball game. Yeah, it's championship action starts at 5 o'clock tonight. Jacksonville will play.
Here's Herrick going to fire a 3, and it's good. And the threes just keep on raining in for Lewiston right now. 30 seconds to play in the 3rd. Brighton Klingel going to try the answer the other way too hard. Rebound loose, and running it down is Herrick. Lewiston really having things bounce their way, hustling after loose balls into the front court. Severance. And they're going to have a chance to beat the final buzzer with 1 shot here. 10 seconds to play in the 3rd, up by 18. Severance drives in, dishes right side, Pollitt with 5. Finds Beekman, ball tipped away near the half-court line. 2-1, he's not going to get a shot off. That would not have counted. Oh my goodness, they're going to count it. They say count the basket. It was definitely after the buzzer, but they
Who shot it?
It was Beekman who hung in the air. It was definitely after the buzzer. In the video review, that one might be overturned, and we'll see what happens. After 3 quarters, 51-30, the advantage for Lewiston on top of Liberty. Back with you after this.
Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
It is 8 minutes left in this one. 51-30 on the count. 3-point shot at the end of the quarter. Liberty 13 of 39, 1 of 9 from the arc, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Lewiston 20 of 37. They're 9 of 21. I misspoke a little bit ago from the 3-point line and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. But 27 of their 51 points have come from the 3-point range. They've shot 21 of them on the day. And Liberty gets the basketball to start the 4th quarter.
Down by 21 points. A tough row to hoe for sure. Hedrick had a big 3rd quarter.
Better have a good hoe that's got a sharp blade on it.
To Obert right side, dishes off to Nyson. Didn't know where you were going with that. To Obert in the corner right wing. 7:37 to play. Out top, Knowlton Klingel. Ooh, new pair of ankles going to need needed for Chastain. Shot put up no good, though, and the rebound pulled down by Michaelik.
His first of the ball game.
He'll work it off to Ham. Check that's Hess, J.R. Hess. Could be junior, but I'm going to guess it's J.R. 7:20 to play in the contest. Don't see very many juniors anymore, do you?
Nope. Championship action starts at 5. Jacksonville and West Hancock, by the way.
Here's a lob down low. Ball tip stolen away by Hedrick, and then a foul whistled against Clear.
Do you think that was a shot?
Nope.
Turnover instead, 13th. Clear's going to pick up his second foul. Team second of the second half. Then at 6:30, it's Monmouth Roseville and number 4 Rockridge. Eureka, the number 2 rated team in Illini Bluffs at 8 and 9:30. Farmington, the 3 rated team at Camp Point Central. We'll have that one for you.
Here's Hessling has his shot blocked out of bounds.
That ought to be another good one.
What's that?
Camp Point Central and Farmington.
Inbounds pass goes but through Hedrick's hands, and now Michaelich has his legs taken out by his own teammate.
Turnover 14 on Lewiston and 12 on Liberty. 51-30. I think if they get to a 30-point lead, they run the clock continually, don't they?
They do in the IHSA now. Here's Knowlton Klingel firing a 3. It's in and out, no good. And on the rebound, Nyson called for the foul.
Ooh, Nyson fouled him hard that time. His second, team 4th. No bigger than Jordan Nyson is. If he knocks you down, that was Hess going to the floor. And he went and hit the hardwood very hard that time.
Inbounds pass comes in the backcourt to Herrick. Clears the ball to Hess. Into the front court, back to Herrick. Couple subs in here for Lewiston now, and an offensive foul going to be whistled against Herrick.
Herrick will pick up the foul. That'll be his second, team 3rd. Turnover number 15.
A lot of sophomores on this team for Lewiston.
And Liberty, man, they may be playing against each other down the road a little farther into a tournament maybe.
6:29 to play. 51-30 advantage for Lewiston. Right wing Nyson. Down to Klingel, inside to Hedrick, had a hand at the back, no call. Gets his own rebound, hikes it back out, and then we'll go all the way in the backcourt. And
over and back.
Ooh, this referee out front was going to say it was tipped.
He's going to say it was tipped. They'll give it back to Liberty?
Yes.
So nobody gained any advantage there. That's what rules are for, to keep people from gaining an advantage. Good job by the referees working together.
I think the bench might have bought that call. Good work by the Altmix brothers and Adam Lee. Here's Hedrick, top of the key for 3. Ooh, in and out, no good. And the rebound down to Clear.
Clear's picked up 6 of those on the day.
Chastain throws a pass that is too long, incomplete, brings up a second down and 10.
And the 16th turnover. No extra points in the ball game. How about that Boston College game that got canceled because of the weather? I wonder if they played it again today.
How about that TCU barn burner?
Ooh, 10-7.
In overtime.
You think I'm tired after 9:30 tonight? That one would have put me to sleep. In fact, it did.
Here is Klingel with the ball right wing. Fakes, drives, shot up is good, but it won't count because he was fouled on the floor.
That's going to go against Chastain. That'll be his second, team 4th. 51-30. It's been that way for a while. 5:46 left in this game.
Inbounds Nyson. Shot put up good. Jordan Nyson with another 2.
Beekman's coming back into this game. His team's only up by 19.
5:35 to play. Don't want to let it get too close. Here's Clear. Puts up a shot, no good.
Ooh.
Rebound pulled down by Hedrick. Stolen away by Clear, though. Spin move down low. Fakes. Shot up, won't fall, but he's fouled.
And I think Hedrick's going to pick up the foul. Nope. Yep. Quit arguing with myself, right? Hedrick's first, team 5th. 2 free throws for Clear. Kennedy Clear. 2 for 4 on the day is Lewiston. Make him 3 for 5 on the day, and he's got 7.
Beekman and Severns return to the lineup for Lewiston.
52-32 in favor of the Lewiston Indians. Liberty's the Eagles in junior high and the Or the Eagles in high school and the Indians in junior high, I think, aren't they?
I didn't know that. I always thought they were the Eagles in junior high.
I think they're the Indians now.
Here's a shot put up and good by Klingel from the three-point line. Makes it 52-35.
He's got 5.
In the backcourt with it is Hayes. He has the ball knocked out of bounds.
Here comes Ham into the game, also Pollitt into the game. Clear sits down and Michaelik sits down, so the 2 tight ends take a chair.
Beekman gets it on the inbounds into a double team, looking to skip out of it, does so to Severance, knifes the lane, runner up good.
Severance with another 2, he's got 8 on the day.
Just under 5 minutes to play, 54-35 is the lead for Lewiston. Obert into the front court, fakes, goes at the rim, no good, rebound tip, then Beekman grabs the board for Lewiston.
Beekman on the day with 6 boards to go with 16 points. He's had a nice day.
He'll push it into the front court to Hess. Hess will dribble it out in front for Lewiston. Hess is just a 5'10 freshman. Bounce pass goes. Now they'll try to force it into Beekman. Beekman fakes on the baseline, turns and faces. Shot put up no good, blocked out of bounds. It'll stay underneath for Lewiston. 4:31 remaining. Inbounds pass comes into Pollitt. He'll hand it off to Beekman in the corner. Looking for a driving lane. Couldn't find one. Skip pass goes in the left wing to Hess. He traveled, no call. Dishes down low. Ball stolen away anyway by Obert. Off to Nyson. Nyson left side Klingel. Going to try the 3 from the same spot. Too long. And on the rebound, Beekman another board. His 7th. He'll work the ball into the front court to Severance. Halfway through this 4th quarter, another Lewiston turnover. Nyson with the steal. Bounce pass is tipped out of bounds by Beekman. Liberty will bring 5 new players into the game here.
18 turnovers for Lewiston, 3:57 left. Coach Altmich said, guys, you worked hard. Wasn't a great effort, but we're going to put some new guys in again. He did that in the first half. They played hard when they came in, too.
Brighton Klingel the inbound, finds Obert down low. This is the shot put up and good by Clay Obert.
He's got his first 2.
Clayton. Well, he may go by Clay later in life, as Coach Hatfield has. Here's a pass. Pollitt has it tipped and stolen by Klauser. Gets it to Klingel. That's not over and back. That ball was tipped in the backcourt. That is not over and back.
Maybe they ought to talk about it again.
It was tipped away from behind. Nobody ever had the possession in the front court even. Not over and back. 3:35 to play. Not going to matter. 54-37, the lead for Lewiston.
It was because he called it.
Yeah. Pollitt fakes the ball handoff, splits the double team, drives in, runner up no good. Rebound down to Clayton Obert. He'll push it into the front court to Brighton Klingel. Klingel with the behind the back move. Little throw toward the rim, no good. Rebound hustling after it is Severance. Out of a double team, throws it away, stolen away. Shot put up by Robbins is good. With the swipe and the layup. Makes it 54-39, 3 minutes remaining. The backcourt with the basketball is Beekman. Needs to get the man across, does so to Hess. Hess will clear down to Severance. Not much smooth going on right now either way.
These young guys come in and kind of cause havoc, don't they?
2:47 left, 54-39 the lead for Lewiston. Beekman down low, fakes. Nice shot fake. He'll go up and score another 2.
18 on the day for him.
56-39, 2:34 left. Cannon Wolf with it right wing. Out top Klingel. This is Brighton Klingel. Put it on the floor, drive in, tried to dish it off left side and turned it over.
16 turnovers on Liberty, 20 on Lewiston. 36 mistakes there. That's a lot.
Tinhouse back in. Brighton Klingel takes a chair. On the other side, we'll see 3 new players for Lewiston. Preston Horvadell into the game for the first time. Also in Clay Beekman, a 6'1 sophomore. And who's the other man? That is into the game for Lewiston. That is Matt Goldring.
One of my buddies from Jacksonville needs to stop by the coffee shop and get me some good caffeinated coffee for tonight.
Goldring with the shot up and good.
Goldfinger.
Okay.
Roll.
2:05 to play. 58-39, the lead for
Not a James
Lewiston.
Bond fan, huh?
No,
Me either.
not so much. Tinhouse with the ball for Liberty. Might have double dribbled. Works it out top. Clayton Obert into Robbins. Robbins with a dribble. He has it knocked away, gets it back, works it to Obert, swings it left side quickly to Tinhouse. Tinhouse with a crossover move, trying to get away, gets it down low to Wolf, who is fouled.
Might have been tackled on the play by one of the Lewiston Eagles. Nobody's in the bonus yet. And the culprit this time is from Lewiston. Goldring's going to be called for the foul. His first. Who made that bucket? Obert again?
It was Klauser, actually. Now the inbounds pass stolen away and then thrown right back away as the two teams trade the turnovers. Lewiston finally does get the ball, and as Beekman brings it up, he is fouled by Robbins.
17-point ball game. These youngsters think they can get it back to single digits.
.125 left.
You ask Tim Hull, he's going to tell you Chicks on the Square is one of his favorite places to eat in Macomb.
Hey, no free ads.
Okay.
1:20 to play.
Not with that. Well, maybe they'll give us some free food.
Here's Severns. He'll work it out top to Goldring. Try to throw it inside. Turns it over.
21 on the day now.
Into the front court. Klauser on the run out. Reverse layup is good, and he's fouled.
How did he get that to fall? He's got 4. He'll get the and 1. It'll make it a 58-43 ball game. 15-point game. He can bring it down to 14 with 1:07 left. Liberty's going to taste defeat again for the 8th time. Makes the free throw, does Klauser, and he's got 5 quickly in this one.
A minute remaining in the contest. By the way, Liberty in junior high is the Eagles.
Are they really?
Yep. You were wrong.
I don't know why I thought they were the Indians. They used to be, maybe.
The Liberty Indians? How does an Indian become an Eagle? That's like an Eagle becoming a tornado.
A lot of work and a different father.
Top of the key, Beekman. Why is he still out there? He'll pull up for a jump shot at the free throw line. It's
points, good. Baby, points. He's got 20 now.
60-44, 34 seconds left.
Why is he out there?
Here's a 3 on the way, up and no good by Wolf. Rebound on the weak side comes down to Clay Beekman. But he stepped on the baseline.
No control on the rebound, so no turnover. 27.9 seconds left.
Inbounds to Klauser. Lob. Shot. Good.
He's got 7 in about a minute.
Scoring machine is Devin Klauser. 15 seconds left, and guess what? A foul.
Is that 10 ounce? Nope.
Wolf.
Who's afraid of Cannon Wolf? Beekman out there to get some more. 3 of 6 from the free throw line are the Indians. First one up by Beekman is good. He'll get another. So he's got 21 on the day.
Did you know that Mount Pulaski's junior high mascot is the Bruins for the boys and the Honey Bears for the girls?
How about that? Second one good by Beekman, too. He's got 22.
Thanks to just keeping your back pocket for that trivia.
So they start counting them in warm-ups, he'll have more.
Here's another turnover by Liberty. 5 seconds remaining.
Dribble the ball, don't foul.
Beekman will have it. He'll bring it up, and the final on this one will be a 62-46 win for Lewiston over the Liberty Eagles. Liberty drops out of the tournament. Lewiston moves on to play Macomb on Saturday at 10 o'clock. Check that 10:30 in the morning over at Brophy Hall in the consolation bracket semifinal. A break here. We'll have final stats coming your way on Central Illinois Sports after this.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Geared Up is your local choice for custom apparel and awards. No matter the season, sport, or event, we've got the gear to make it a success. Ask us about our fundraising program, available to all schools, businesses, and community organizations. Check us out online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for geared up, custom apparel, and awards.
As the year starts to come to an end and families enjoy more time indoors, Cascom realizes you need reliable internet, great television, and a reliable home phone service. So from now until the end of the year, Cascom will be offering an amazing deal on its triple play bundle services. Call today and get internet, Broadvision TV, and VoIP phone for only $99 a month for 6 full months. Call us today at 1-800-252-1799. No contracts or install fees. Some restrictions may apply.
It was 18-8 after one quarter. Lewiston with the lead, 29-12 at the half, 51-30 after 3 quarters, and 62-46 is the final. Lewiston wins their 13th game of the season against 2 defeats, and Liberty drops to 5-8, I do believe, on the season. And they'll be heading for the Winchester tournament after the first of the year. They may have a couple of games before that, but the Winchester tournament on the 5th. Liberty was 19 of 53, 35.8%. They were 2 of 13 from the arc, 15.3%, 4 of 5 from the free throw line at 80%. On the other side, Lewiston 24 of 45, 53.3%, 9 of 21 from the arc, 42.8%. That's really good. And 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 62.5%. Cade Beekman had 22 on the day for them. Drake Hedrick had 9 points, 8 points for Zach Severance, 10 points for Nick Pollitt in the starting role. Goldring off the bench had 3 points, a bucket and a free throw, 2 for J.R. Hess, and 7 for Kennedy Clear. He also added 6 boards. For the Liberty Eagles, Ryan Hedrick led the way again. He had 16, second day in a row he's done that. 7 for Devin Klauser in the reserve role. 5 points for Knowlton Klingel, who was in foul trouble quite a bit of the game. Clayton Obert got a bucket, along with Logan Robbins late in the game. 6 points for Jordan Nyson and 8 for Landon Obert. Final score 62-46. We'll have more basketball action coming your way. 9:30 tonight, pregame at about 9:15. Camp Point Central taking on Farmington in what we think will be a dandy, a winner's bracket game. They'll start the winner's bracket at 5 o'clock tonight with Jacksonville and West Hancock, the number 1 rated team. Monmouth Roseville takes on number 4 Rockridge at 6:30. Number 2 Eureka and Illini Bluffs at 8 o'clock. And the number 3 team Farmington takes on Camp Point Central at 9:30 this evening. We'll bring you the last one. And then we'll have a 9 o'clock and hopefully a 10:30 game on... Well, we don't have a guaranteed 10:30 game yet, do we? It'd be Central. If they lost, we'd have a 10:30 game.
So you're hoping they lose?
No, I'm not.
All right, well, I'll coach you on that. You're hoping they're playing a little bit later, 2:30 in the afternoon.
Give me the cards.
Because if they win, they play at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Say adios. Tim's hungry.
All right, time for lunch and a break here. We're back, as Jack told you, later on tonight on Central Illinois Sports. Until then, so long.